Welcome to Celestial Zodiac. Today we're diving into the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio season begins each year around October 23rd and lasts until November 21st. Traditionally ruled by Mars and in modern astrology Pluto, Scorpio is the sign of intensity, transformation, mystery, and power. It's the scorpion of the zodiac, a creature that's both feared and admired, symbolizing survival instinct and the power to transform through challenge. Scorpio season takes place in the heart of autumn, when the days grow darker and the natural world begins its descent toward winter. Just as the trees shed their leaves, Scorpio energy invites us to release what no longer serves us and embrace transformation. Scorpio's symbol is the scorpion, a creature associated with resilience, protection, and hidden strength. In mythology, Scorpios are often tied to the story of Orion, the great hunter. According to legend, Orion boasted he could kill any animal on Earth, until a small scorpion struck him down. The gods honored both by placing Orion and Scorpio in the stars, forever chasing each other across the sky. This story reminds us that Scorpio isn't about brute strength. It's about precision, strategy, and the ability to bring down giants. That myth also connects Scorpio with themes of humility, mortality, and rebirth. Think of Scorpio as the detective or truth seeker of the zodiac. While Libra weighs both sides of the story, Scorpio digs beneath the surface until the hidden truth comes out. They don't just want appearances, they crave depth, honesty, and transformation. Scorpio belongs to the water element along with Cancer and Pisces. Water signs live in the realm of emotion, intuition, and the unseen. But Scorpio's waters run deep. While Cancer is the tide and Pisces is the ocean's dream, Scorpio is the mysterious depths where secrets lie. Scorpio is also a fixed sign, meaning it stabilizes the season it belongs to. Fixed signs are steady, determined, and unyielding. For Scorpio, this shows up as fierce loyalty, intense focus, and the ability to endure even the toughest storms. Once a Scorpio commits to something, a goal, a relationship, or a mission, they hold on with unshakable determination. At their best, Scorpios are passionate, magnetic, resilient, and deeply intuitive. They see what others miss, whether it's a hidden motive, an unspoken emotion, or an opportunity for transformation. People are often drawn to their aura of mystery and depth. Here's a classic Scorpio moment. You're chatting casually and suddenly they ask a question that cuts straight to the heart of the matter. Scorpios don't like small talk. They want the real story. They'd rather have one intense, soul-bearing conversation than a dozen light ones. But with this intensity comes challenges. Scorpios can be secretive, controlling, or prone to jealousy when they feel threatened. They don't trust easily, but once they do, their loyalty is unwavering. A Scorpio betrayed, however, rarely forgets. And when it comes to presence, Scorpios often exude an almost magnetic charisma. They may not always be the loudest in the room, but people sense their energy. You'll often find Scorpio personalities drawn to transformation, whether through psychology, healing, art, or even personal reinvention. In relationships, Scorpio craves intensity, loyalty, and depth. They're not interested in superficial connections, they want soul-level bonds. A Scorpio partner is often deeply passionate, protective, and committed. When they love with everything they've got. Imagine dating a Scorpio. They'll remember tiny details you mentioned months ago and use them to surprise you. But they'll also notice when your story doesn't add up. With Scorpio, honesty isn't optional, it's the foundation. Their challenge in love is learning to balance intensity with trust. Sometimes their fear of betrayal can make them controlling or suspicious. The lesson for Scorpio is that vulnerability is not weakness. It's the doorway to true intimacy. So who pairs well with Scorpio? Water signs like Cancer and Pisces often make excellent matches. Cancer provides emotional security, while Pisces brings spiritual depth and imagination. Together they form strong intuitive connections. Earth signs like Virgo and Capricorn can also balance Scorpio's intensity with stability and practicality. Virgo helps Scorpio ground their emotions, while Capricorn provides ambition and structure. On the other hand, Scorpio may clash with air signs like Gemini or Aquarius, who can seem too detached or unpredictable for Scorpio's all-in nature. And then there's their opposite sign, Taurus. This pairing is magnetic but challenging. Taurus craves stability and comfort, while Scorpio seeks transformation and depth. Together they can either build unshakable loyalty or clash over control. In career, Scorpios thrive where depth, strategy, or transformation is needed. They make excellent detectives, psychologists, researchers, surgeons, financial advisors, or healers. Any role that involves uncovering the truth, handling crises, or guiding transformation is perfect for Scorpio. Picture a Scorpio therapist. They'll sit quietly nodding, then ask one piercing question that unlocks everything. Or a Scorpio investigator who notices the one overlooked clue that cracks the case. That's their gift, seeing what others can't. Scorpios also do well in careers involving power and strategy, from business leadership to political advising. They're not afraid of high-stakes situations and often thrive in roles others might find too intense. What Scorpios avoid, though, are shallow or meaningless jobs. If there's no depth or purpose, they lose interest quickly. Want to see Scorpio energy in action? Look at famous Scorpios like Leonardo DiCaprio, Katy Perry, Drake, Ryan Gosling, and Marie Antoinette. They each embody Scorpio's magnetism, intensity, and transformative energy. Notice how many Scorpios rise to fame with an air of mystery, passion, or reinvention. Every sign has a shadow, and for Scorpio it's the tendency to hold grudges, become possessive, or retreat into secrecy. Their challenge is learning to let go of past wounds, old patterns, and the need for control. Transformation is their greatest strength, but only when they embrace change rather than resist it. Their opposite sign, Taurus, teaches them the value of stability, patience, and enjoying life's simple pleasures. When Scorpio learns from Taurus, they balance intensity with grounding and find peace in the present moment. So how can Scorpios grow in daily life? Here are a few practical tips. Practice trust. Start by opening up gradually to people you feel safe with. Vulnerability deepens connection. Release grudges. Holding on to resentment keeps you trapped. Forgiveness is freedom, even if it's just for your own peace. Channel intensity. Use your passion in creative or healing outlets, writing, art, or deep study. Transform deliberately. Instead of fearing endings, view them as beginnings. Transformation is your superpower. When Scorpios embrace these lessons, they step into their true strength, becoming healers, truth seekers, and masters of transformation. So to sum it up, Scorpio is the sign of transformation, passion, and depth. Ruled by Mars and Pluto, it teaches us about power, resilience, and rebirth. Whether in love, career, or personal growth, Scorpio's journey is about embracing intensity, facing fears, and emerging stronger on the other side. If you enjoyed this Scorpio overview, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your fellow astrology lovers. And stay tuned. Next, we'll continue our zodiac series with Sagittarius.